Hey, what's up? This is being recorded on my camera roll. This will probably be about 15 to 20 minutes. I have a lot to discuss. I'm going to read the summarized Sunday update for Funk You. You can find the whole blog post at ericleo.org on the new release blog or in last week's Sunday update. I'll give you a little work and grad school update, and then I'm going to read the future blog post for What Now, which is about my 6-track EP that comes out on April 14th. It's Easter Sunday, April 9th, 2023, and this is the Sunday Update. Hi, I'm Eric Leo Wonderway, a sociologist, philosopher, and hip-hop artist with schizoaffective disorder. I release a new rap song every week. April 2023's first release is called Funk You. The next release drops April 14th and is a 6-track EP called What Now? Funk You is an exciting rap romance breakup song. The track is a response to Olivia Rodrigo's song Deja Vu and Good For You. The song is written as if I'm the one she is talking about in those two songs, and it also makes reference to those two songs. With lyrics. I intentionally published this around the 2-year anniversary of her Sour album. Just to be clear, Olivia is not a cosmic love. This is just to sell music. The song was self-recorded but mixed and mastered by Sam Peters at La Luna Recordings in Kalamazoo, Michigan. The beat was made by Tantu Beats, and the cover art is from Gigs Logo from Fiverr. ericleo.org has all my music and a blog post about Funk You. Go check it out. Okay, so it's the work update, and the CMAD feature is fully done. I have everything for it. I just have to upload it. I'm getting a feature from Jay Matthews. It's going to be another song produced by Keanu. I'm also just like the CMAD feature is produced by Keanu, I'm also getting a feature from Headband Henny over That Kid Gorin beat, will probably be produced by La Luna. I bought an exclusive from Cam Stone. Sounds great, it's more clubby. I'm thinking about making a meme rap song. I think I'm going to, that's what got Doja Cat popular. I think I'm going to go back to releasing 2 times a month in July. I'm basically having a hard time keeping up with affording releasing once a week, basically because I'm paying for features, which increases my song budget 30 to 50%. It's hard when the feature costs like $100 to $200, and you want to come out with a track 4 times a month. I just booked a La Luna appointment for July. So a little grad school update. People might not like this, but I just want to say it. I did not get into grad school for sociology at U of M, probably because they had a large body that applied and funding is scarce. And although I got into the sociology master's program at Western Michigan University, I don't have funding or housing. This effectively means I can't afford to go to grad school. I live on disability and am on a waiting list for Section 8 in Kalamazoo since early last year. The problem is, even if I did get housing, I still have to afford tuition. Unlike other countries that actually want an educated and competitive workforce, America charges so much for an education it outprices the average citizen, and instead of making the institution more accessible and affordable, conservatives who created the problem are delegitimizing college degrees as unnecessary, elitist, and too expensive to justify the cost. Basically, America has made college inaccessible and unaffordable unless you're absorbently wealthy. Along with healthcare, America's higher education is broken because it's a for-profit industry. It's clear disabled people aren't supposed to get a higher education here in America, or the poor for that matter, because we're not supposed to be able to afford it. So although I'm smart enough to get into graduate school, I can't go because I can't afford it, and the government doesn't provide the means to citizens to afford higher education. I just wanted to say, you're a piece of shit, America. Go fuck yourself. Ever since Reagan, who ruined this country, dreams only come true if you have the money to afford them in America. We don't have a community, we don't have unity, we don't even have a public sphere. We put money over people, and we have an oligarchy who has a vested interest in dividing the public and putting profits above everything else. Between the poisonous food, chemical spills infecting the water, corporate rule, rise of Christian fascism, banning books, the resurgence of racism, the persecution of trans, the daily mass shootings with lawmakers increasingly for enriching themselves at the expense of citizens, I hate America. And you would too if you were in my position. If the government didn't give me money to live, I would leave, and I'm working on it. Now I just want to focus on my rap career until I have enough passive income to leave the country and be able to live. I now want to get a PhD in another country. If I lived in any other Western industrialized nation, I wouldn't have this problem because I would have universal health care, college would be affordable if not free, and it wouldn't take years to find housing. It's just in America that it's a piece of shit to live in. Okay, so that's my take on grad school and how that's going. So I'm going to talk about What Now. Comes out on April 14th. What Now is my 39th, this is the blog post for that. What Now is my 39th official release and is a 6-track EP. You should be able to buy a CD from this from Amazon for around $5. This EP is about the rap game and my opinion on artists in the industry. I'm going to talk about each track in order and then list, it'll have the lyrics in the blog post. All the tracks were self-recorded but mixed and mastered by Keanu. The beats are all by Kylo Got Beats, and the cover art is from Gig's logo from Fiverr. I spent under $100 on this entire project. So paliperidone is the first track. Paliperidone is the generic name for my schizoaffective medication. I wanted to make the first 2 tracks on this EP positive and about spreading love. I have learned and made more money just by following La Russell. So I have learned and made more money just by following and listening to La Russell. I just want to say content is not king, or at least doesn't help you grow on social media. I release once a week and do a word of the day rhyme every day, and I've seen little growth. I basically feel like no one cares, and I talk about that in the song. That's probably just where I live though. I recently received my first large royalty payment from ASCAP. Before that, I was making little to no money and was basically doing all this for no return or money. I make the majority of my money from outside the United States. I have yet to break even and am still a long way away. The second verse is in reference to Lupe Fiasco's drill music in Zion, which is also referenced in other songs like the last verse of Had Enough. Square Dance is the second song. The premise of this song is based off Eminem's song Square Dance. Throughout this entire EP, if I mention them, I basically bite their lyrics/style a little, less with people I dislike. This is a track to provoke a response and show some love to underground rappers that I like. Like I say, it's all love in this track. Patrick CC is a YouTuber and rap executive producer that has a couple main channels that do well on YouTube. He makes a lot of hip-hop music related content that I always enjoy and watch. Crack House Recordings is now closed for the moment. I think their lease ran out in their building they were in and haven't reopened yet. Contact Crackalack and tell him you want the studio back. They Call Me Heat is my favorite producer at Crack House, and he's made a bunch of beats for my songs. They had a TV at the studio, so you can technically watch Patrick CC while you record a rap song, and I left a picture of this in the blog post, coming blog post. I get the majority of my beats from Tantu. Sam Peters is my producer at La Luna Recording Studio in Kalamazoo, Michigan. And Keanu has become my main producer, who I also buy a lot of beats from. Headband Henny is a burgeoning artist in Kalamazoo that I found on Instagram and have had the pleasure to meet. I have a song feature from Henny in the works. He is part of the Kalamazoo artist collective Caged Lotus. Coey Red is a female artist I know from TikTok, and I like her music. First of all, I hope I said Kari's name right. I hope it sounds like that. She seems to be finding herself on vacation. I hope she doesn't quit music. I'm hoping to pay for a feature eventually. The song seems relevant in this circumstance. It's times like these I think Gaia's influence is guiding me. But I really wrote this because of something similar to what Crackalack said in his IG story one day, which is 10 months later, 95% of the artists are not still making music. I just wanted to encourage the artists in this song to continue. I'm a fan of Echo's, Heart Hop, and Gibson is a local artist to Michigan that I've met and like. Rap Intelligence is the third song. I love GED Gata from Dave. The song is an act directed at actors. I figure if anyone could understand my approach, it'd be Price and Glover. I intentionally directed fake outrage at them for a couple reasons. They're actors. I like them. They're really talented. They seem like gentlemen, and seems they'd probably understand, see through the temperament, and might actually create a worthy response. What the fuck, bruh? Is the next song. Unlike Rap Intelligence, which is just an act, I can't stand Tom MacDonald. I can't tell if he believes all the bullshit he spews and is duped by Fox News and the Republicans, or if he's just pandering to radicals because it's an easy market to sell to, because he's definitely pandering to ignorance and white supremacy with his work. I basically feel the same way as Anthony Fantano, and in the blog I linked to one of his videos. The lyrics about Samson being divisive comes from a YouTube video response I made about one of Samson's videos, which I attached in the blog. I put Samson into the same category as Tom, but I could see how Samson is just an idiot and actually thinks Joe is to blame for high gas prices or that guns would protect schools. Unlike Tom, who does it for clout, I think Samson might actually be noble but just wrong in his pursuits. Adam Calhoun is clearly a white supremacist by proxy and disposition. He believes Fox News and the Republicans. What makes it worse is his ego and toxic hypermasculinity. He's the kind of person that thinks violence solves problems and guns protect people. Calhoun also thinks he's morally and intellectually superior. Basically, he's wrong, doesn't care, he's ignorant, and is aggressive about it. I wouldn't be surprised if he was beaten as a child. I intentionally try not to look into these characters. I don't want to give them more attention. They deserve to be ignored and laughed at if encountered. I listen to their music enough to know it's poppycock and to formulate an opinion, but it's not like I know their life story or care. I think the world would be a better place if they quit, but they're too narcissistic for that, so I might as well leverage their stupidity and make fun of them in my own music. Tom MacDonald is an idiot savant and an idiot savant. I can see why stupid people like his music. He seems to be mad at the system, but the arguments he makes don't make sense and or are just mostly Republican talking points with no real validity. So he seems really smart to the ignorant and duped. I talk about my American Inequality post you can find at farminghumans.com or by watching the linked playlist. But in short, corporate CEOs rule America. They create sponsored congressional appointments through lobby money they get from their corporations. Don't take my word for it. Read the leading researcher's book in America called Who Rules America by William G. Domhoff. In addition, I will say, in short, all the problems we are seeing with anti-LGBTQ banning books, opposition to global warming initiatives, and mass shootings are all coming from the groups Alliance Defending Freedom, ADF, and the Council for National Policy, CNP, who are a Christian fascist extremist hate group that is lobbying the government and winning to turn America into a Christo-fascist theocracy. To their followers, Calhoun, Samson, and Tom are the new Christian holy rap trinity, where you have to be an idiot or Christian to like their music and think it's actually good. Christians are turning Jesus into a Nazi here in America. I would personally like to see real Christians stand up for this nonsense, stand up to this nonsense. But if they did that and thought for themselves, they probably wouldn't be Christians. So far off is the next song. So unlike the last song, which is aimed at people I think are intentionally destroying America, I think Chris is just ignorant. I think Webby means well and is a nice guy, but he's literally illiterate when it comes to understanding the facts. What's worse is he pushes and promotes that stupidity upon the just as ignorant and influential public. I did a breakdown of Lupe Fiasco's and Chris Webby's call about the vaccine. They had a call between each other, and I put the summary in the blog post. That's a video from YouTube. Webby is clearly having an emotional reaction. He feels attacked in the call, but it's really because he doesn't have any answers to the vital questions Lupe has in understanding in the importance of the vaccine. Webby is also clearly using conservative talking points. Look, Webby is entitled to his opinion, but it's wrong, and he's profiting off demeaning public health and medical professionals, so I didn't really hold back on him. Like I say in the song, he's perfectly free to be an idiot. I'm not saying I agree with all the lockdown measures. Stupid people should be free to kill themselves, but the vaccine is safe and effective, and he talks about it like he actually understands words. I'm not gay, but I'd fake sucking a dick for clout to make a homophobe uncomfortable and regret his decisions. To be clear, I do not condone violence, period, or against Congress members. What I'm talking about in the song would have to be self-inflicted. I do, however, think certain congresspersons' self-inflicted demise, whether physically or politically / influentially, would make America and the world a better place. Had enough. I miss Immortal Technique. I got a lot of stuff like that from Immortal Technique. Immortal's presentation is a conspiracy, but it's still more accurate than the idiots addressed in What the Fuck, bro? WTF, bro? I have no real problem with the Island Boys. I'm basically piling on and misdirecting my anger at the song's subject of mass shootings onto them for attention and clout. The last two disses were justified. This one isn't. I hope the Island Boys get their money and have a good life. Don't get me wrong, they're clowns, but that doesn't mean I wish them any ill will. I did say my bad, but they could graduate to clowns that are wrong and helping to dismantle democracy and public health like Tom and Chris, respectively, and then I would mean it. I'm normally a really nice guy, but I'm not nice to those who are oppressive and discriminatory. I want people to know I can be a huge dick for the right cause. And rap encourages ego, bravado, confrontation, and competition. All right. That's it. I said it'd be about 20 minutes. It's 18 and a half minutes. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of my family. You're awesome. I love you very much. And until next time, you take care, all right?